Hi guys, welcome back. And for those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. This is going to be a reading for the Sagittarius collective, and it's going to cover the time frame of July the 16th through July 31st, 2020. So this will be a general read for the Sag collective. So where it's going to be general, if you're noticing specific messages are not resonating, don't try to force the messages. Simply means those particular ones weren't meant for you. And at the end of the day, that's really okay. Dates as well, they're general guidelines here. You may notice things happening a few days or weeks before and after these dates. So just keep that in mind, where we are all on different parts of our journey. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is staying optimistic. I feel as though, I think that's all we're going to get for this. I feel as though there's way too much fear at this time, and at this point it can really be a tipping point as to whether or not it becomes incredibly serious, where it's a very high intensity of fear, or it kind of has the potential to level off a little bit and just release some of the fear. So we're really at that tipping point, I feel, in all of the global consciousness, and I really truly do hope that you're doing everything in your power to stay optimistic. It's really about self-care. And your first card, oops, sorry about that. Your first card that came up says care required. And this is a wonderful message, because it is required in order for the whole to function. So we each need to take care of ourselves, our personal self-care, and once we do that, we're actually making a really drastic impact on the whole. And I think this is a reality or a realization that a lot of people haven't come to yet. So don't think of it as being selfish. It says here as well, ground yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. So just putting that out there. That's just a general message that needed to come forward, I feel, and I'm glad that it did. All right, so let's get an energy oracle card. So basically, this is going to provide us with the overall energies here for the entire read today. What do you guys do when you find it hard to stay optimistic? Drop a comment down below. For me, I get the conversation started, because a lot of your good ideas could be helpful to others, right? For me, I read the positive quotes online. Just gives me a little bit of boost of inspiration. All right, guys, so you have the bat spirit, and it says a rebirth is assured. So this is really where your energies are focused during this time frame. So with that being said, I will read this specific one from the book. That was quick. It says, after something has run its course and died or been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is promise of a new beginning. So you are coming towards this new beginning. So it could be either you need to release the old, you need to feel as though you're finished with the old, or you've completed your time with so-and-so, or whatever the situation. You will possibly may need to surrender the situation, right? So really you're going through that phase, which is going to bring you to a rebirth. It says rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one. Unfortunately, a lot of the toughest things in life are usually in the end the biggest blessings. So yes, definitely going through some tough times right now globally, and I truly do believe in that it is within our power to make things turn around for ourselves and allow the miracles to take place. But we do have to, of course, believe that they can. For the best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in the new. Amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. That spirit reminds you of that at present you are in unknown territory. I'm sure we can all relate to this, and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. I feel that a lot of people really fear change, and a lot of the time it's really just unfamiliar to them. So instantly your instincts are to be fearful. We don't realize that sometimes there's nothing to be fearful of. It's actually when things come full circle and we can see the big picture, it's actually bringing us more into alignment and more into exactly the space that we were meant to be in. That spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into the light, from lost to found and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. That spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wonderful than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. A quick protection message here. It says, what are you refusing to let die? That spirit is gently nudging you to let go of your need to cling to the familiar story that has already run its course. A new story is poised to be born. So really you're just clinging on. Think of it as someone who is leaving a relationship because they're unfulfilled or realize that they're not growing, or they realize that it's not a compatible fit, and that person who doesn't necessarily want the relationship to end is kind of pulling like a toddler would do, wrapped around their leg, pulling, trying to keep them there. You don't want to continue on with situations like that at this point. It's time for us to surrender, to let them go. Just because it's familiar does not mean that we need to cling to it. And a lot of the time, it's served its purpose in our life. And in order to bring in the new, we need to clear out all of this stuff in our energies, right? Some dreams were only meant to last for a moment in time. Sometimes they were only there to slow you down as you recalibrated in preparation for the new life that will give you what you really want. Perhaps you need to grieve as you say goodbye to something. At least you are saying goodbye to its familiar form. Perhaps you must let go of a part of you that must die so that you can be reborn. Love that so much. This temporary time in the dark doesn't have to be scary or sad or tough. Bat Spirit gives you her powers of perception and awareness as you learn to listen deeply and navigate these unknown caves of temporary emptiness. You will emerge with a new perspective, and Bat Spirit will witness your giving birth to the life that matches the intentions and desires of your heart and your soul. So you really are becoming the best possible version of yourself. And it can definitely be a scary time. Like I said, we're going into the unknown, but it's really about having trust, right? At this point, we need to trust not only ourselves and our divine connection, but we need to trust each other, right? We really do need to learn how to work together as a whole. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at what your Law of Attraction message will be. Okay, I'm going to ask that Spirit please provide one message on 3 shuffles, please. 1, 2, and 3. My creative workshop process works for me. So the Law of Attraction says if you will use your time with an intention to collect data that you may bring into your creative workshop, you will find every day to be one of fun. So creativity is really going to be something that's going to get you kind of going to get the juices flowing in order to get you into the Law of Attraction. So that might be a focus for you during this time as well. All right, let's take a look at the tarot itself. Spirit, what messages did you want to have sent forward for our Sagittarius collective? And this is going to be to cover the time frame of July 16th through July 31st, 2020. I'm really enjoying the nature sounds. I'm really enjoying the birds so much. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, you have 4 major arcana cards. So the major arcana are really quite impactful. These are bigger decisions or bigger outcomes compared to making decisions, say, for whatever it is that you're going to have for lunch that day. It's more so along the lines of, you know, where am I going to live or move to, those types of impacts. So with 4, there's probably some, I would say, changes coming for you. First up is the Ace of Wands. It's a lot of self-realization energies here, and I feel that with the rebirth energies, that is going to allow maybe some aha epiphany types of moments where you're really truly feeling as though there are really, how do I say it? There's nothing to fear, and what you feared is really somewhat of an illusion. It's also a very creative energy. So again, going along with Law of Attraction, that likely is something where your focus is allowing you to put just that extra little bit of joy into your day, where it's something that you can enjoy, one of your passions. I feel it's the beginning of something. I'm not sure what at this point, but this does represent beginnings as well, this card. Okay. And then we have the Hierophant card, which of course is Major Arcana. Make sure you guys can see. I'm trying very hard to hold them steady for you guys. So the Hierophant card is really telling me that with the Rebirth, and also going along with Ace of Wands, it's about your intuition becoming your best ally here. It's about really a big message for some of you is just humility. It's about understanding that regardless of, you know, gender or race or career position, whatever you want to categorize yourself as, we're all the same, right? So this is very, I think there's an illusion here that it's like the veil is crumbling, it's coming crashing down, and you're seeing things in a very different way. And it's not a negative way, it's just a very different way than what you have become accustomed to. Queen of Pentacles, some really good-hearted energy. A lot of friendliness here. This is going to be relating to your pentacles, your coins, your prosperity and well-being. I don't see any major financial hardships. Nothing that you couldn't bounce back from. All right, and then we're moving into Cups, Knight of Cups. And I feel as though there is some type of a mysterious individual around some of you. This is not a message for everyone. This is going to be a small percentage of you. There's some form of a mysterious person within your daily interactions. There may be some type of an invitation or an opportunity which surrounds this mysterious person. And at this point, I don't see it as negative, positive. It's just the, again, unknown, right? So I think until you've had the opportunity to experience, you really aren't going to have a clear picture of the situation, whether or not it's negative or positive. And at the end of the day, you just need to trust your intuition. It's going to tell you the truth. And for others, it's really just a heightened imagination. So heightened creativity, heightened imagination. For those of you who are in the arts, for those of you who are authors, for those of you who love creating projects, maybe it's woodworking. This is just really, a creative, imaginative type of energy. So really allowing yourself to go outside of the normal little bubble. You're really going into different areas of imagination, and that might actually create something an invention of some kind. It might create something that helps people to do things more efficiently. It might help people to really see the world in a different way, through a different lens, through your eyes, your perspective. So something here can be really impacting a large volume of people, and it's very inspiring. It's very inspirational. Okay, next card, Five of Pentacles. So you do have Pentacles, Queen Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. So I sense, like I said, the Pentacles, this could pertain to possible loss of income, not having enough money. That is generally what you would signify this card as. I feel with the Queen of Pentacles appearing first, however, that is not the case specifically here in this reading. It's more or less you having such a generous personality and wanting to be so helpful during these, stressful times, that you likely would not question giving your last dime up or the shirt off your back to someone in need during this time, because you feel it's the right thing to do. So this is more or less just a reminder to be really cautious not to get swindled at this point. Some of you needed to hear that specific message. Don't let anyone take advantage of your kindness, Sagittarius. And next card is the Major Arcana Devil card. The Devil card, right? What are we instantly thinking when this comes up in the read? This is a potential manipulator. So that it goes without saying, the energies are here. I didn't want to assume, but the energies are definitely here. So there's a potential manipulator around you. But like I said, it's not concerning to me, because I feel as though you're going to evaluate the situation and follow those intuitive nudges. If there's red flags, you are going to see right through it. So it's not something to really be too concerned about. It's more just somebody trying to forward their own agenda and really just not having any of your best interests at heart, right? And then for others, it's really odd, because it can be some form of a passion, being in a relationship. It could be some form of, where I mentioned earlier, there could be communication coming in from a mysterious individual. Not saying it's negative or positive, because in some situations it's not going to be meant to be malicious. You're going to know. But if it's not that intent and you feel that it's not, I will tell you, this could be someone that you spend some time with, but I definitely don't feel as though there is anything long-term whatsoever with this individual. Next card, Seven of Swords. Just a really clear message. Just a cautious energy. This is about new plans coming forward. This is about you deciding to consciously make a goal for yourself. You really want to not just follow the crowd and end up wherever the crowd is at. You're really wanting to make things happen for yourself and on your own terms, which is fantastic. Ace of Cups. Feel as though this is an abundance as far as materialism goes, so it could be relating to finances as well. Don't see anything concerning regarding that. It's an overflowing kind of, it's a definite overflowing, an energy of abundance, overflowing abundance. It's really, again, being cautious where you feel as though you have plenty, making sure that you, at the end of the day, you do need to keep some for yourself. You just feel so wanting to help others and giving away what it is that you have, which is fantastic. But at the end of the day as well, just make sure you really are taking responsibility for yourself as well. So this is also telling me that some form of a change is really near on your horizon. It's hard to say with not being, of course it's a general read, right? But it's hard to say specifically for each of you what that change will be, but there's definite change in these energies. And the next card up, we have 2 major arcana, which are your last 2 cards. So the Emperor energies, it's an assertive energy, right? This is major arcana, major change could be coming your way in the near future. It's you being assertive, and I think you're actually gravitating towards this change on your own. It's not self-imposed, or it's not something that is forced upon you. It's really something that you have assertively decided to work towards or move towards, or yeah, it's a positive change for sure. It's not necessarily for some people, it's not going to be the easiest road traveled, I guess is the best way to put it, but for some of you, it could very well be a needed one at this point in time for your own sanity. Last card, Star card, which is major arcana. So again, with these 2 major arcanas, with these 2 major arcanas being the last in the reading, it's a lot of hope in your energies. It's a lot of clarity coming to your energies, and really just the biggest thing I'm getting is inspiration for you guys. So hopefully you can start to feel the optimistic energies coming forward very, very soon for you. You're starting to see things looking up for you, because you may have had that veil of fear around you, and I believe you're consciously allowing yourself to move away from that, or even people around you that are keeping you stuck there. Just going to get one last message, and then of course your inspirational message. So, there's 2. So we have the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little bit extra. So I feel this is definitely a message for the Sag Collective. If there was anyone that this would be appropriate for, I feel it is you. And then it says, I take pride in how far I've come and have faith in how far I will go. So yeah, really definitely trusting yourself, definitely feeling motivated, optimistic, inspired. You're really coming into your own. This is really, you're pumping yourself up for something really, really good for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and get that inspirational message to end your reading today. I'm going to take the first card out. It says, I radiate love, I bring it to the workplace, and I bring it home. This love creates bridges with whom I come in contact today. making your interactions pleasant, memorable, and being a positive impacting influence on others is definitely allowing you to work towards things that make you passionate. All right, guys, that's it for this reading. I did want to mention you have until July 16th to enter the free personal read contest. So if you want to drop a comment down below, just by doing so, you're automatically going to be entered into that contest. So the next reading will have the winner for that. All right, guys, I want to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. Make yourselves top priority right now. You have so many wonderful things to put out into the world once you have really, really focused on self-care, right? Because after the self-care happens, all of the wonderful things can start to transform for you. And I really feel as though there's going to be a lot of benefit for a lot of people as soon as you are able to come into your own. But you need to take care of yourself first, fill your own cup, make sure it's overflowing so that you can go out and help others. Okay, that's it for me. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.